Just across I-25 from downtown Denver, the usual 76,000 fans have made their way to Philip Power Field at Mile High, the home of the Broncos. So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And they'll be set up well at... That's the 35-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. So Kittle comes in motion. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Pistol snap with Lance. He'll locate his tight end, George Kittle. Here's 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. To the ground, a 1st down run. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll stick with him again. He brings this to about the 26-yard line. Myles Garrett able to bring him down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Well, if this opening drive is any indication of how the rest of this game's going to go, it seems this offense is going to be pretty content keeping the ball on the ground. A lot of success here early. Now it sets up 1st and goal.
Could we see the first touchdown of the new season? It's 1st and goal. They bring Chase in motion. Now Lance. He's going to tuck, and he race to the pylon. He's in. Trey Lance. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end. But in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to...
He is in. Touchdown, Broncos. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Broncos come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. To throw is Lance. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. That one good for 15 and a first down. Now, faking the give. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Lance looking to throw. But he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face third down and 10. And that's going to be intercepted by Tariq Woolen. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. Open man downfield, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line.
To play in the NFL, you got to have a short-term memory, because regardless of whether the previous play was good or bad, you're going to line up and snap it again. In this case, really nice job bouncing back. They put the bad play behind them, forced the sack in the ensuing play, and they're right back on track.
A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it's going to be third down.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Okay, ready?
Third and long.
Chap 60. Cowboy 80. 18, Pioneer.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium is counting on. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
To throw, here's Lance. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A tough spot here. Third and long. They send a receiver in motion left. He's going to look for the home run ball. That's caught! And it's a big play. He's finally taken down. What a way to end the first. They can't wait to start the next quarter. Five yards from the house. They've got it first and goal.
Let's go.
They'll go with the option. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming, and the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
He's got a man. That's Watson. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19. Buffalo 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 39 yards. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Receiver in motion. Going right. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike for a touchdown. But sometimes just take what's easy, the easy pitch and catch, get an underneath completion. That's exactly what the quarterback does here, takes what the defense gives them, and when you have a playmaker like that on the outside, they can do the rest with their feet after the catch, and the end result is still a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. The drive will start on the ground. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. The tackle made by Ambry Thomas. Throwing, Lance. He'll find his tight end, Kittle, on the right side. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll be brought down after a short pickup to the 45. Look him up on a second down and 8. Lance. To the right side here, pass is caught, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. From the gun, here's a handoff. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. The tackle made by Ambry Thomas. Here's a second and 9. Here's Lance. Carrying that ball loose nicely, and it is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. 3rd and 6. Pass complete right side to Kincaid. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end Kincaid in motion. Putting the tight end in motion. Handoff here, up the middle. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. In motion comes Thomas. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think at this point, Mike, he doesn't care whether they hand it to him, throw it to him. He just wants to be the guy with the ball in his hand when his team needs a big play, and he came through there with a big first.
They'll throw out of the gun. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half.
Let's go.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. Touchdown, L.A. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. He gets free. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Set up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Keep it together, offense. Keep it together. 19 tight, 19 tight. Set up.
Right back to the air following that pick six. He'll go left side here and complete this one. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and it just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
70 Lions. Dragon 60. Hook.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
70 Timberwolf. Come on, set. 19 Lions. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Ready?
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. He'll let this one rip, looking for Watson. And he will score. Christian Watson, touchdown Broncos. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. He's got it. Broncos will cut the deficit down to 4. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
On the set. Go.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Pistol snap with Lance. Open man downfield, it's Kincaid. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle, and that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. Good snap, good hold, good kick. So we've reached halftime here on NFL Kickoff Weekend as we get you to Orlando. Say hello to my old pal, Jonathan Coachman, with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. The first half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Here's a designed run. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
The reason teams love calling the quarterback's number on design quarterback runs, Mike, is because in the blocking scheme, you gain one additional blocker. It didn't matter here. The defense was ready for it, and they're able to bring the quarterback down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Third and 5. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Well, that's certainly one way to bounce back here defensively after giving up a huge explosive play on the previous snap. To bounce back and come away with a sack. Now you find yourself in 2nd and long. You can catch your breath, and the opportunity to get off the field has just gone up.
Slot receiver headed right. They'll look to throw. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Peyton Mitchell. Touchdown, Denver.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. In motion comes Thomas. To throw is Lance. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes. So give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Look, I think any time, Mike, you find yourself all tied up in the second half of a ball game, it's all hands on deck. Both teams are trying to find a way. How can I separate? How can we give our side a clear advantage? That pick right there, killing that first series of this second half, that seems like one of those separators to me. Now, this offense, as they take the field, they have to capitalize and come away with points. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
They send the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. Third and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Mitchell. And he will have a Broncos first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And he'll push it. For a gain of 2. Jared Verse there to make the tackle. Second down and 8. On the ground, here's Mitchell. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? On play action, he'll set up to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Broncos. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener. Extra point by Little is good. And the Broncos will go up by 7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Let's go now.
Here's a handoff out of the gun, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
19 tight, 19 tight. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Right back to him on first down. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Second and a yard. The tight end, Kincaid, in motion. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Here we go. Third and a yard. Here's a run with their tight end. And he's going to have a Rams first down. They're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Rams.
Here's a toss as they look to run. Here's second and 6. Up the middle they go. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ambry Thomas.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
This one complete to Washington. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We saw a great example of it here.
A pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Broncos.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Another run here with Mitchell. And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll get this out wide. He's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
He'll take a shot for Watson. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Extra point by Little is good. The Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is brought in. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1. In motion comes Thomas. Now Lance. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Second and goal. Now this looks like a design run, and he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Rams. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. To throw, here's Lance. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Into the hands of Myles Garrett.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. No chance at all. He'll go down. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now, faking the give. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on first down put them in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on second. And now they find themselves in a critical third down here, or they're facing a 3 and out.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He's across midfield. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap, and they give it to Mitchell. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a second and 6. They'll go again with Mitchell. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So this will wind up a win for the Broncos. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners. As we say, so long from Denver.